Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Okakadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles, Akim and Akwat, throughout the four corners of the earth, holding on to the testimony and the gospel of the Lord Hamashiach Yahweh Shai in sincerity and truth. This is Brother Menashe DC Camp, short lesson for the hopeful elect. Yeah, man, this so-called agenda that the bug out of our people that claim to understand the scriptures just make it difficult, for our people to understand the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai. All right, the knowledge in the scriptures concerning rape, or what you want to call it, sex. So it's just, a constant headache, man. That brothers got to keep on making lessons and readdressing this issue that we've been trying to explain this for a long time. But hey, here's a simple, simple approach, man. Because our people like to learn visually. So here's an elementary method of understanding the scriptures, man. You have to put it on the screen for Jake to get it. So, all right, just talk about the position of the Bible or the scriptures say about rape or sex, and if it's consensual, it's not consensual, the judgment and the scriptures to back it up, man. Because you got to have a balanced understanding of what the Lord has put in the scriptures, man. You can't twist it to your own benefit. You have to take it for what it is, all right? You have to accept the intent of the law, all right? So the first one here, it says rape/sex, consensual, all right? So rape basically means to take by force, all right? And sex means, to court. When a man has sex with a woman, for the first time, he's cutting through the hymen of her vagina with his penis, all right? So that's elementary knowledge. So if the sex is consensual, what has to be done, all right? So you have on the left side, you have the triangle represents the man, and then you have the circle represents the woman, all right? The blue triangle for the man and purple or indigo circle for woman. So if the man is single or engaged or married, that's not really relevant, all right? But the main fact is about the status of the woman. If the woman is betrothed to a man, in other words, if she's engaged or she has a husband and the man, you know, crosses that line and decides to have sex with her and they both consent, there has to be a judgment for that, all right? So when you read the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, from 22 to 24, it clearly tells you, it tells you what happens. It tells you what the judgment is, all right? So I'm just using my little camera, what you call it, selfie handle to record this. So Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 22, I'm going to read all the way to 24. It says, if a man be found lying with a woman that is married to a husband, all right? If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman, and the woman. So shall thou put away evil from Israel. All right, that's clear cut. That's adultery right there. And the scripture tells you clearly about what's adultery. you know, the Lord's stance on that. When you read the book of Exodus chapter 20, what does it say? When you read verse 14. Exodus chapter 20, verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. That's a clear and concise statement from the Lord, all right, according to what the Lord has set in place, okay? So, Deuteronomy chapter 22, we move on to the next one. You know, it's just so easy, man, to understand the scriptures. I guess, well, let me not say I guess. You need the Spirit of the Lord to give you that understanding, man, of the scriptures, man. So, number 2, it says this: there is no consent, but the man forces the woman. Okay, what can that be classified as? If the woman is betrothed to a man, okay, already another man, or she's married, and then she didn't have anyone to save her, what do you think is the the judgment that has to come out of the case when the judges hear the matter? So when you read Deuteronomy chapter 22 from 25 to 27, it says, "But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die." Why? Because she is betrothed. All right, and then the hook, verse 26 says this: "But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death." All right. "For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, so even is this matter." All right. "For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her." So that's clear right there. No consent. The man, goes beyond the boundary, and when the woman tells him that she's got a man, she's got a man, she's got a man, she's already promised, she's married, and he goes along and, commits the act of having sex with her, that's it. You know, he's got to go. He's got to be subtracted. So that's simple about these scriptures, man. It's so elementary, man. You know, there's no way you could twist people's words when you have diagrams to make things so easy to understand. All right. So the third one, no consent. It doesn't matter if the man is engaged or single or married. And it says if the woman is not betrothed to another man and she cries out. In other words, if she's single, she doesn't have a man, all right, what do you think the situation, has to be judged as, all right? So when you read 28 and 29, it says, "And if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, all right, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver." That's what you call the dowry, okay? And that's marriage. Sex is marriage, okay? "And she shall be his wife, because he had humbled her. He may not put her away all his days." And when you go into the blue letter for the word damsel there, it's basically saying a young woman of marriageable age, okay? A young woman of marriageable age, okay? A young woman, that's it. Simple. And then you look for the word virgin. What does it say there? Yeah, just use your blue letter, man. Use your blue letter, and then you see exactly what the proper context of this passage was meant to portray. So it says virgin, batwala, batwala. All right. A maid. All right. A young woman. A virgin. All right. A virgin. Or what do you call a virgin? A woman that has not had sex with a man. All right. Is that clear? She's been kept, separate until she's able to have a man. All right. She hasn't had sex yet. That's clear. She could be a woman, but she hasn't had sex yet. So that qualifies her as a batwala. Okay. So it's so easy, man. It's like how many words do you got to use to describe what the scripture says, man? How many lessons do you have to put up just to explain the scriptures? And then it's so easy, man. It's so easy. She's not married to a man. She doesn't have a boyfriend. She's not been promised yet, you know, to a man. Another guy sees her and takes her and does the do. That's that. Pay the dowry, makes her his wife, and that's the point. And then number four talks about if it was consensual. Okay, so if the woman is not engaged to a man, or let me say betrothed, and then she doesn't cry out in the act, it's still the same old result, man. It's still the same old result. If it's consensual and the lady is single, she doesn't have a man, she's not married, what do you think the end result is? You know, the man got to pay the 50 shekels of silver, and it's marriage, man. It's so easy to understand, and this is the interesting one, man. The one that Yaquab always want to throw over the eyes of our people, you know, as some unique situation. Yeah, so when you read the book of Judges, chapter 21, from 15 to 23, this is in the case of the tribe of Benjamin. Okay, so when Benjamin acted up and committed an act of whoredom by messing around with the the, uh, the concubine of a Levite, and the tribe didn't want to give up the miscreants for judgment. There was chaos in the nation, man. The population of Benjamin was obliterated to almost extinction. That the elders had to, intervene and, you know, make the right call according to the will of the Lord. All right. So Judges chapter 21 verse 15. It's so easy. I don't know why folks make things so difficult, man. Judges chapter 21 verse 15 says, "And the people repented them for Benjamin, because that the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah Kakadash, had made a breach in the tribes of Israel." All right. So the Lord had to make that repair. That's why verse 16 says this. Then the elders of the congregation said, "How shall we do for wives for them that remain, seeing the women are destroyed out of Benjamin?" And they said, "There must be an inheritance for them that be escaped of Benjamin." All right. That a tribe be not destroyed out of Israel. Howbeit, we may not give them wives of our daughters, for the children of Israel have sworn, saying, "Cursed be he that giveth a wife to Benjamin." All right. So the men made a pact that for what Benjamin did, the act of whoredom they committed, that's that, man. They won't have their daughters to marry. You know. So verse 19 says, then they said, behold, there is a feast of the Lord in Shiloh yearly. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful, man. In a place which is on the north side of Bethel, on the east side of the highway that goeth up from Bethel to Shechem, and on the south of Lebanon. Verse 20, therefore they commanded the children of Benjamin, saying, go and lie in wait in the vineyards, and see and behold, if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance in dances, then come ye out of the vineyard, and catch you every man his wife of the daughters of Shiloh, and go to the land of Benjamin. And it shall be when their fathers or their brethren come out to us to complain, then we will say unto them, be favorable unto them for our sakes, because we reserve not to each man his wife in the war, for ye did not give unto them at this time, that ye should be guilty. And that's the point there, Akim Bashim El Shai Bashim Kakadash. So that's the lesson there, Akim. Satan just messing around with this purist system, aka the phone. Anyway, that's the point there. Apparatus are edified, and hey, if the Lord wants you to record this lesson, I'll do it again. Bashim El Shai Bashim Kakadash. Shalom.